símbolo. Zítáme tindakadores CISAS que se acercan estudio.
Good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is your captain. My name is Andrew Lim. And on behalf of Singapore Airlines and my crew, a very warm welcome aboard SQ327 on our Airbus 350-900 from Munich to Singapore. The flight deck with me to this morning is Captain Felix Lee and Senior First Officer Yu Sing. In the cabin, the flight manager, Mr. Sidney Sin, and his team of crew members will be there to ensure safety and well-being. I'm certain to be well looked after. The flight time today to Singapore is around 10 hours and 45 minutes, 1045. Weather-wise, we do expect a bit of occasional bumps, especially for the first 4 hours. And therefore, for your safety, I do recommend have your seatbelt securely fastened wherever you are seated. And please observe the seatbelt sign whether it's turned on. For those of you interested in following the progress of the flight, this can be done on the flight path channel on your flight entertainment system. We're just waiting for our last cargo door to be closed. We should be departing on schedule in about 3 minutes time. In the meantime, I kindly invite you to sit back, relax, and I wish you a pleasant flight. And once again, thank you for choosing Singapore Airlines.
Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines. As the safety equipment on this aircraft may differ from that on other aircraft, please give us your attention as we bring you through this important safety briefing and on a journey through Singapore. On behalf of Singapore Airlines, we hope you have a great time on board as well as in Singapore or anywhere else in the world we take you.
Attention cabin crew, please doors and cross-check.